Lex the Kid. I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be kind of different, I guess. It's not going to be more on the like funnier side, which I know just because of my personality I'm going to just throw some different kind of funny things in there. So in my previous video, in my Q&A, I had a question that was cut off. Like I told y'all, a scene that we had recorded got cut off somehow, and I had to end the video where I ended it. So in that video, towards the end, I got a question from a viewer asking if I'd ever been bullied before. In that video, I went very into depth, but I felt like this could be like a story time video about when I was bullied, because it's happened to me and it's real and it happens to people every day, and I want to be able to share my story to my viewers who are out there who may be going through the same thing. So let's get right into this story time. So I was always kind of the kid that got along with everybody. I never really caused a fight. I've actually never really been like in a fight in school. Like I fought my cousins, but I've never been like in a fight in school before. People started to like tend towards me, but then some people didn't like that people gave me attention because I was the fat girl in the group. I've always been a bigger girl. My elementary school years, I was probably like a 10-12, which I feel like for that age it was probably like towards the bigger side. And then when I got into like the 5th grade, I like blew up. I was like 14. And like I said, for a little kid, for a 5th grader, that's kind of big. My bullying started in the 5th grade when I had gained all my weight. I used to just go home and cry to myself. I didn't want my parents to know that people were bullying me at school, because really back then it wasn't like, which I say back then like I'm somebody old, but back then, like 10 years ago, you didn't really hear about it like you hear about it now. Nobody had social media. It just wasn't like it is now. So I just felt like I don't really want to start no problems. I'm just going to deal with it because I'm me and I can deal with it. At some times I couldn't take it, and I would have to go home. And one day I remember specifically going home and telling my dad that a girl had called me fat on the playground. And I was crying to him, and I was crying, and I was crying, and I was crying. And he just sat me down and wrapped his arm around me, and he was just like, "You are beautiful," you know, this, that, and the third. And I will always appreciate my dad for complimenting me and making me feel beautiful. Not that my mom does it, because my mama loves me. That's just how he greets me. Like when he answers the phone, he greets me, "Hey, beautiful." When he sees me, he was like, "Oh, you look really nice today." You know, me and my mom were just like, "Oh, girl, you look cute," you know, like just like mom stuff. When I got into middle school, it got really bad. I didn't have any friends there. I was coming from a whole entire different county, so I only knew one person in the whole entire school. No, I knew 3 people in the whole entire school, and they were all family. So, you know, of course, every now and then they would kind of be like, "Yo, don't talk about her like that," or, you know, "She cool people," but you can't influence everybody. In middle school, I was about the same way I was in elementary school. Once I got into knowing everybody, I was kind of friends with like different groups of people. I didn't have like one group of people who I shared my time with. And so my 6th grade year, my middle school years are actually kind of blurred, except for in 8th grade. And I remember one day this boy said something about me being the biggest one in the class, or the fat girl, or something like that. He would always say he didn't mean it the way he said it, and it was just like, it doesn't matter, you know, it was the way you said it to me, it was what you said. My 8th grade year was just like the year of bullying for me. Like a couple girls wanted to fight me, and for no reason, and they would use my weight to get at me. But at that point I was kind of like over it, like it was like whatever. But calling me fat and spotting me out in a group of people is 2 different things. Like a girl could walk past me right now and be like, "Oh, she fat," and I would probably laugh. But when I'm in my group of friends and they'd be like, "Nah, the bigger one," you know what I'm saying? That's different. That's you pointing me out as the one person in the group who is bigger than everyone else, and it's just not cool. High school was pretty much a breeze. There was everybody at different shapes and sizes in there. It was high school. For anybody out there who is being bullied currently, who has been bullied before, try to stay strong, you guys. People are out here dying. They're out here killing themselves. They're harming others just because of something that you may have said to somebody, or something, you know, you might have heard. And you have to be strong. I would try to laugh it off. I would laugh to keep from crying. And I feel like that's what's made me who I am, is that I didn't let those people break me down. Because once you do that, you end up in a spot where you can't come out of it. It's very hard sometimes to ignore what people have to say, but you can do it. It's very much possible. The year after we graduated, me and a couple of my girlfriends went out of town for a spring break trip, and we just had a couple guys come over or whatever, and something happened. They ended up having to leave. One of my friends was outside talking to one of the guys, so me and my friends were like listening at the door. I guess they were talking about how we were talking about them, and we opened the door and told them to leave, and somebody said something to one of the guys, and they were like, no, it was the big one. Now, if you ever see my group of friends, you know they are literally, all of them are like this big, and I'm like this big. So automatically, like, I just spazzed out. It was a long time since I had ever heard anybody point me out in a group of people, especially in a group of my girlfriends, because I'm already so conscious about being around them already because they're all so small compared to me. And I just remember crying. I cried for like an hour and a half. Like, I was just bawling out. And all of my girlfriends went outside. They were screaming at this boy, and I was like, oh my God. You just have to be careful what you say to people. Because being a bigger girl isn't easy. For the big girls out there, we have to stay together. I've seen big girls point out other big girls, or be like, girl, you fatter than me, or, you know, it's just like, when you're mad, you can say those things, and I'm not going to stand here and act like I haven't said those things. But it's almost like instantly I regret saying it, because I know how she felt when somebody pointed her out and said, well, you're bigger than I am. It's not fun, it's not nice, and it hurts. If you're thinking about it, if you said it, if you want to say it, if it's been said to you, just, I don't even know what to say about it. Like, being bullied isn't fun. Being talked about because of how you look isn't fun. It's hard enough going around and, you know, seeing people like me. It's hard enough being with my girlfriends, and they got on their cute little dresses and their heels and their little skirts and their crop tops, and I gotta wear, you know what I'm saying, going to the beach with them, they got their bikinis on, I got on this big behind one piece, you know what I'm saying, like, come on, bruh. Like, I guess I want to close out this video by looking you guys in the face and speaking specifically to bullies out there first. Stop what you're doing. It's not helping you, it's hurting other people, and it's actually hurting you too. You're not making yourself look good, you're not cute. Telling somebody or belittling somebody because of the way that they are or the way that they look. You are the mean person, and you are making yourself look bad by belittling them. And for people out there who are being bullied, stay strong. Do not let it defeat you, because you are better than what anybody has to say about you. You know who you are, and God placed you on this earth for a reason, for a purpose. And you are not going to end that purpose just because of what Bobby had to say about you. Bump Bobby. Get me here, Bobby. Who are you, Bobby? Bump Bobby. Be you. Don't worry about what anybody has to say about you. You are who you are. I'm going to end this video now before I start crying. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you took a lot from this video. I hope you learned from this video. I hope this video has touched someone or has helped someone. And don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't hesitate to hit that notification bell for immediate alerts when I post a video. And I will see you guys on Wednesday.